Stoic warriors and Bhagavad Gita focus, ancient rituals to crush self-doubt. Before a great war begins, the mind must be trained like a warrior's sword. This script guides you through 5 ancient rituals that sharpen that inner blade, drawing lessons from the Stoic Greeks and the divine sage of the Bhagavad Gita. Each chapter connects a timeless story, a practical insight, and a simple action you can start today. Along the way, a dedicated philosophy spotlight dives deeper into Stoicism, the very mindset that made emperors like Marcus Aurelius a living lesson in discipline and resilience. Chapter 1, The Shield of Mind. Picture the last stand at Thermopylae. Only 300 Greek soldiers held the pass against an army of 100,000 Persians. Their bravery was not born of divine favor, but of an unshakable mental armor. The Spartan king Leonidas would have called it the shield of mind, a mental stance that kept them unbowed despite imminent doom. The lesson for us is that fear is the enemy, but acceptance of the inevitable is the weapon. In the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna stands beside the same battlefield, trembling with doubt. Krishna reminds him that a warrior's duty cannot be abandoned because the path to self-mastery is paved with action, not hesitation. Practical example. Every morning, before you touch the phone, spend 2 minutes writing down one possible challenge you might face in your day. In the moment it arrives, recall that challenge in your mind. By rehearsing the unknown, you reduce the shock that fuels self-doubt. If you cannot write, simply state the challenge aloud to your reflection mirror. Conclusion. The warrior that stands firm has a clear objective, not the endless what-ifs that feed anxiety. By mentally stepping into that battlefield before it arrives, you turn doubt into preparation. Call to action. Like, share, and subscribe for more ancient wisdom that fights modern doubt. Reflective question. When the day threatens to overwhelm you, what one anticipated obstacle can you mentally rehearse right now to calm yourself? Chapter 2, The Silence Before Action. In the heart of the battlefield, the Bhagavad Gita unfolds. Arjuna, paralyzed by grief, asks Krishna whether he should fight or flee. Krishna does not simply hand him a sword, he offers him the calm of silence, the pause in which purpose clarifies itself. The silence is as rich as any ritual. It is a brief but powerful meditation that steadies the mind. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius practiced a similar pause. Before responding to a criticism, he would mentally ask himself whether it served his principles. That moment of silence allowed him to judge actions from wisdom, not from emotion. Practical example. Before beginning a task you dread, an email, a meeting, a presentation, close your eyes and take a slow, deliberate breath. Count to 5, then ask yourself, what is my purpose here? In the space between breath and action, you reset self-doubt to a calm stance. Conclusion. The silence before the sword is a hidden ritual. It gives you a doorway to purpose and to control, turning self-doubt into intentional decision. Call to action. Like, share, and subscribe so you can continue to master your internal silence. Reflective question. What purpose do you want to bring to that task you most dread, and how can a pause shift your emotions there? Chapter 3, The Ritual of Reflection. Greek Stoics practiced nightly reflection, examining what they said, how they acted, and what they could improve. Seneca instructed his followers to write a short journal entry, evaluating their virtues, vices, and missteps. This ritual served as a map, converting emotions into lessons. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna reminds Arjuna that self-knowledge requires continual inquiry. The battlefield is not only external, but also internal. By reflecting, we transform self-doubt into growth. Practical example. At the end of each day, choose a single situation where you felt doubt creep in. In a spare notebook, write 3 questions. 1, what triggered that doubt? 2, how did I respond? 3, what could I have done differently? Keep the page short, just a few sentences. The ritual completes the day with a mindful audit. Conclusion. Reflection is the counterforce to the tide of self-questioning. It solidifies your story of growth, not just the doubt it battles. Call to action. Like, share, and subscribe to keep the ritual alive on our channel. Reflective question. Which moment today could grow the most from a quick reflection, and what insight might you uncover by looking inward? Chapter 4, The Path of Purpose. Arjuna's confusion nearly sank him into despair. His breakthrough came not from removing doubt entirely, but by aligning his mission with the universal purpose, protecting the righteous, upholding Dharma. In Greek tales, the hero Achilles chose the path of glory, not just for personal gain, but to earn honor in his homeland. The key message is that doubt fades when we tether our daily tasks to a larger intention. A business strategy that benefits more than just yourself, a career choice rooted in your values, or a simple act of kindness, there is a powerful purpose undergirding every decision. Practical example. Choose one goal this week. Write a brief mission statement that connects that goal to your core values. Every time you question whether to proceed, refer back to that statement. The alignment turns hesitation into a meaningful action. Conclusion. Self-doubt is the enemy of purpose. When your actions are clear threads in a larger tapestry, doubt loses its grip. Call to action. Like, share, and subscribe, so others can find their own thread in the tapestry of purpose. Reflective question. How can you reframe a current challenge as part of a larger purpose that inspires you rather than terrifies you? Chapter 5, The Eternal Warrior. In ancient Egyptian temples, statues of pharaohs stood as eternal guardians, exemplifying readiness for any storm. Modern businessmen, artists, and dreamers can adopt the same eternal warrior mindset. A mind trained to withstand doubt, a heart anchored in purpose, a body that practices ritual. The Bhagavad Gita's "Fight the Fight" mantra encourages us to engage without attachment to outcome. Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control external events, we can control our responses. Combine these, you fight battle after battle, each one a practice, each one a step toward mastery. Practical example. Set a warrior day once a month. Choose a high-stakes project or conversation you have been avoiding. Prepare a mental map, your objective, the potential obstacles, your reaction plan. Execute with the calm of a seasoned warrior. Conclusion. The timeless guardian remains a lesson. By repeating the ritual, you forge a permanent shield against self-doubt. With each practice, the warrior identity strengthens, turning uncertainty into opportunity. Call to action. Like, share, and subscribe to keep building your warrior identity together. Let us create a community of discipline seekers who refuse to let doubt win. Reflective question. What will your next warrior day look like, and how will you prepare to meet it with calm conviction? Philosophy Spotlight, Stoicism. Stoicism is a philosophy rooted in the idea that virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, moderation, is the only true good. It teaches that our emotions, including doubt, are responses to our perceptions. They are not facts. By mastering our judgments, we master our lives. Simple explanation. Imagine your mind as a ship's hull. External winds, stress, criticism can push it off its course. Stoic training is to polish the hull, reinforcing it against these forces. In practice, that means choosing to interpret events not as threats but as neutral facts. This reframing reduces the emotional noise that fuels self-doubt. Historical figure. Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor and author of Meditations, practiced Stoicism daily. Each morning, he would review his duty as a leader. Each evening, he reflected on what he could improve. In his writings, he famously reminded himself that he had a choice in how he responded to any event. This mindset enabled him to manage wars, plagues, and the fall of the empire with composure. Lessons for modern success. 1. Discipline of perception. Accept that feeling uncertain does not mean the situation is dangerous. Acknowledge the feeling, then choose a rational response. Instead of saying, "I feel unsure," say, "I notice uncertainty and will act with clarity." 2. Detachment from outcomes. The Stoics taught that we should focus on effort, not reward. When you detach from the result, you free yourself from the anxiety that self-doubt brings. Commit to doing the best you can, let the rest flow. 3. Consistency of practice. Daily rituals, like the reflection journals or morning mental rehearsals, are the muscle training of the mind. Consistent practice turns willpower into a skill that withstands doubt like a seasoned warrior's shield. Connecting to the script. Each chapter integrates Stoic discipline, Rehearsing challenges, discipline of perception, pausing before action, detachment from outcome, reflecting nightly, consistency of practice. By following these rituals, you embody Stoicism's core, living a life of virtue, calm, and resilience against doubt. Final reflection. Ask yourself, in what areas of my life do I let doubt dictate my actions? Where can I insert a Stoic ritual to reclaim control? Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more journeys that blend ancient wisdom with modern living. Stand tall, warrior, and let self-doubt be a mere spark, not a fire.